Hi, everybody. This is Caroline Sotheby, and welcome to Up, Down, and Around Town. Well, if you don't know by now, hey, Halloween is up here, and I think we've been celebrating for a whole month, but we'll get to that in a little while because I want to show you we finally got rid of some of the drums on Maple Street, and this is what the grounds actually look like. It's nice, and if you notice, those are small stones with a sealer on top, new curbs, and of course, we're coming around the corner because that's Biddle Avenue, and looking down Maple Street, First Street, and it finally looks nice, and finally have the drums out, so maybe Abundant Living can now get some customers there, and it actually looks good. I didn't know exactly what the guy was doing with those small stones, but he put some kind of a sealer on. And when he did that, it stank. But it dried up and it looks good. Okay, that was Sunday that I went there. Next stop was PRCU. And of course, they had not only 162, they had FOP, American Legion 447, PLAV Post 74, and some of them were just gathering. It was supposed to be between 5 and 7 o'clock. Prizes for the best decorated cars, costumes, and decorations encouraged. Hot dogs, cider, and donuts. And so it was a nice sunshiny day. What was nice about it, I don't know who actually won, but in a way, they were all winners because they had a chance to meet a lot of people from the city and probably even outside of the city. There was, oh, yeah. Okay, as I was going out, more cars were coming in. And there was one little spot there. There were 3 skeletons sitting around the table. And I thought, oh, I got to have that for a shot for later on. Anyway, that was that. So trunk and treat. We have to realize that talking to some people, they said now the trunk or treat is almost the coming thing. It gets to a point where they might not have trick or treat to the homes like they did before. So who knows? It's one way of having it beforehand. And if the weather is bad for October 31st, you can stay home and keep nice and warm and have all your goodies that you packed in the bag for the whole month of October. And all right, another thing that came across the screen is Witches Night Out in downtown Trenton, and that was this weekend. They apparently had a group that really came out. I tried to get some more information, but at this point I failed. But you can see they're all coming in different type of costumes. All right. And that was put on by the Vintage Market. And they say that they're going to have a Christmas Sunday event, November 3rd. That's just coming up too, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Grosse Ile Airport. Now, that's surprising because I didn't know you could actually go in there. But hopefully maybe we can give you an idea next week what happened this weekend. All right, what is next? I have no idea. But we went through the archives, and just for kicks, we give you an idea of what Up, Down, Around Town used to do years ago. We had quite a few volunteers, and it was sort of fun. So maybe let's go to Jack because he has a guest there.
Back, he's one of the guests from, he played on the first Border City League championship team at Roosevelt, and that's Billy Joe Bones. And Billy, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Jack. I'm glad to be here today. As you can tell, it was very hard for me to get here. I had to literally come out of my grave, the grounds to be here tonight.
Well, tell our viewers, was you a wide receiver? I'm going to start talking just like you. Was you a wide receiver or a tight end?
No, I was a running back, Jack. Running back, Jack. That's a funny joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I used to catch the ball for the teams way back.
I would like to know, and maybe there's some of our viewers out there that are on diets and everything else. What did you do to get into shape that you're in?
Well, I used the Slim Fast diet, the super Slim Fast.
Well, I'll tell you, for playing all the way back on that first team before 1900, you still look fairly good there, Billy Joe.
Well, thank you, Jack. All but the pole in my head. I don't understand where that came from.
Well, I'll tell you what, will we expect to see you at the playoffs and watching your old alma mater play?
Of course. I'm going to be standing right next to you.
Well, I hope so, and I'm going to be looking forward for you being my guest at the football game when we telecast it.
All right, Jack. We'll see you later.
Okay. Good luck, Billy Joe, and we'll see you again later on in the season.
Thank you, Jack.
Okay, from the sports script now, we'll go back to Carolyn and Janet with more of Up, Down, and Around Town.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw. Toad that under the cold stone, days and nights hast 31. Sweltered venom sleeping got, boil thou first in the charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Fillet of a finny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blind worm's sting, lizard's leg and owlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth.
Okay, that was fast. Anyway, in that other segment, we had blind man buff things. They had carving of pumpkins. We did crazy things at that time, but we had fun. It was something that you could enjoy over here as well as for the holiday. And so, just saying, let's hope that these kids enjoy and appreciate, I think, what some of the parents and families do for them. But we'll have to find out what October 31st is going to be like and see if it's raining or if it's nice and sunshiny and how many kids actually go. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to talk to Pat Slack, but last week, if you noticed, they had Mendoza and Sariano's display, and the reception started October 18th, and it's still going to be running to November 8th. And I'm sure if Pat had a chance, she'd probably come here and tell you more about it. I don't know too much about it, so I'm letting you know, okay? Another thing that came across on Facebook, excuse me, is the setup for Detroit. They have the police departments and the fire departments all have a truck or trees. No, truck. Yeah, it is or tree. Yeah. And so you see all the different times. So if you were planning on going there, if you know somebody that lives there, this will give you an idea on the times and the places. Wyandotte, meanwhile, has a 5:30 to 7:30 time slot. That's for October 31st, 5:30 to 7:30. Other people have different times. I think Neil said, Woodhaven had 6 to 8 or something like that. So if you're going to another city, you better double check and make sure on the time slot there. Okay. All right, so that gives you an idea on that. Another thing, if you haven't gotten your pumpkin yet, you know where you can go? Right down there on Biddle and Oak to the Methodist Church. And as you can tell, this is from a distance. They have it set up every year. They really go through an awful lot of time. They even are sitting there just in case somebody actually comes and buys a pumpkin. And that looks sharp. And on Friday the 1st, I heard some little information about our former mayor, Jim DeSena, was going to be given a dedication at the football field at Gabriel Richard High School. So that's where I went. And the families was starting to gather beforehand, having pizza, and the kids were having a good time. I mean, that one wanted to go on the field and play. And you can see right at this point, the Richard is warming up with Cabrini at the other end. So right now you see it might be former football players in future years, maybe another 15 years or so. But anyway, they had a good time. They were getting ready and waiting for the game to almost start. And you can see what the field actually looks like now.
50-yard line on the home
Here's the
feature.
presentation.
Today we stand on ground that holds more than just turfs and lines, more than just a place for games. We stand on a field born from vision, hard work, and the unwavering dedication of one remarkable man, Mayor Jim DeSena.
Yay!
Over 35 years ago, the place where we gathered was little more than a marsh. Gabriel Richard's athletes played their games wherever they could, on fields that were borrowed, distant, and not their own. But then Mayor DeSena stepped forward. With a steadfast vision, he knew that this community deserved a home field, a place where young athletes could grow, compete, and thrive. With the help of a few trusted friends, John White, Rich Langley, and Richard Pusak, Mayor DeSena embarked on what seemed like an impossible task. For weeks, truck after truck poured soil onto the swampy land. Mr. Pusak worked tirelessly, grading the ground and smoothing it out. Mr. Langley, a former Wyandotte City engineer, lent his skills, surveying and engineering the layout with precision and care. And in just weeks, what was once a swamp transformed into a field where Gabriel Richard Pioneers could finally play on home ground. The story does not end there. In 2013, another vision took root, a multi-purpose athletic field that could serve a new generation. Coach Dyack and Mr. Whalen brought this dream to Mayor DeSena, who then served on the Gabriel Richard Catholic Foundation Board. Once again, Mayor DeSena answered the call. With dedication that only deepened with time, he gathered support, drawing together allies like Mr. Langley and Mr. John Hennessy. Their collective resolve turned into action. Through donations, foundation grants, and countless hours of commitment, what we see today was born. A state-of-the-art facility that stands as a testament to the community of strength and a shared purpose. Today, we honor the man behind it all, Mayor DeSena, affectionately known as the Mayor, not only for his title, but for his heart and relentless dedication, is a true pioneer. His love for Gabriel Richard, his belief in the power of community, and his enduring vision have given us this field, a place where our young people can dream, strive, and grow. So today, with deep gratitude and pride, we dedicate this field to Mayor James R. DeSena. From this day forward, it will carry his name as a lasting tribute to his legacy, the James R. DeSena Field. At this time, Coach Dyack and Mr. Whalen will now present Mayor DeSena with a jersey and plaque as tokens of our thanks. And as you look up to the scoreboard, you'll see his name, a permanent reminder of his impact and symbol of our gratitude. Thank you, Mayor DeSena, for everything you've done for this school and this community. Today we stand on the foundation of your dreams, and for that we are incredibly grateful.
Okay.
We'd also like to thank a few of our GR staff, Mrs. Jen Smith, Fran Dozen, Sherry Breeze, Michelle Rietmeyer, and Mr. Conlon Campbell for helping make tonight what it is.
Okay, and they took several pictures over there, and we saw the graphic frame, and have to congratulate Jim. You did an awful lot, not only for the city of Wyandotte as a mayor, but in the presentation, they even said Mayor Jusena. So I guess no matter where you go, you have been a mayor because of your affiliation and helping other communities as well as our. So anyway, that's a rough idea of what's happened in the last couple of weeks. It's already November. Hey, Thanksgiving's on the way, okay? You take care meanwhile, and I'll see you next time on Up, Down, and Around Town. Bye now.